Hi everyone, I'm Daisy Victoria and welcome to a video about rhinestones. Today we are going to be applying rhinestones to a finished garment. So we will be attaching standard rhinestones onto clothing or fabric. We will be doing this using glue, and all of the supplies that I'm using, I will try to find them on Amazon and leave a link in the description. So if you want to use this method, you can follow that link and find all the supplies I use. We're actually applying rhinestones to a really special project today, and that is this corset. This is basically like a dream project corset of mine for a dream gown that I am making, and it's already quite embellished, but we're going to add more sparkle with rhinestones. I'm also going to put some rhinestones on this top that goes with it, so it's an underbust corset and it's got a top that goes along with the dress. Rhinestones are one of my favorite costume components. I tend to use them quite frequently on a lot of my projects. I really like things that sparkle and shine, so rhinestones are totally for me. And if you also like things that sparkle and shine, this is a good tutorial for you because we're going to learn how to apply them. And this is a technique you could use to apply rhinestones to a costume, just a regular clothing piece, something you already have that you like and think needs more sparkle, you know, whatever you want. Let's do it. The glue I'm using to attach these rhinestones is called Gem-Tac. And I like that it comes with this little tip on the bottle. So when you unscrew the cap, it's got a tip that helps you to place the glue. Gem-Tac is a non-toxic glue, so it's really nice when you can get a non-toxic option, and I think it's really easy to use. I actually just started using Gem-Tac and I'm already a convert, so highly recommend this method. To pick up my rhinestones, I am going to be using tweezers. I like these ones that are bent on the end, so I feel like that gives me a little bit more control over picking up the rhinestones. I'm using a variety of rhinestone sizes. For this project, I'm mostly looking at probably using SS20 and SS30 rhinestones in red and black. And I like to keep my rhinestones in a case like this. It's really nice because it has like a slidey thing, and then you slide it over and can open one compartment at a time. And that's really nice, so you can just get your rhinestones out of one compartment and they don't like go in all the other compartments and get mixed up. You can just do them one at a time. All right, so let's get to rhinestoning. All right, so to start rhinestoning using Gem-Tac, a couple of things to note. You will need to do this flat, so you'll need to lay your project out on the table. I am rhinestoning a corset, and note that it's not really possible to make the corset completely flat. I am just doing my best. And, you know, I don't want a rhinestone like on a ruffle. I would want to flatten that out if I want to put a rhinestone there. Now, Gem-Tac does take a day to dry, so you're not going to be able to pick this up right away and shake it. You know, the rhinestones might fall off. I have noticed that it does take less than a day to actually be able to pick it up, but you want to wait that full day, that 24 hours, to make sure that the rhinestones are really stuck and have a full hold, like a full cure on the glue. So first of all, this is a project where I'm just going to be really creative and put the rhinestones wherever I think they look nice. So I like to start with my larger size. So I'm just going to take out some of my SS30 rhinestones. I have a black one out for some reason. I'm going to put that one away. So in order to apply the rhinestones, basically I'm going to pick them up with the tweezers and then put them on the corset. But before I do that, I'm actually going to dab glue wherever I want them. So I'm going to show you a couple, and then I'm going to zoom in and show you a little bit more detail. So first of all, I might want to just see where I want to put them, because this is just sort of a creative project. So I might think, okay, I like a couple right there, you know, that looks good. And I'll probably just make them fairly symmetrical. As you can see with the flowers, I wasn't going for total symmetry, but you know, I want to kind of make it even, like a similar number at least on each side. So I'm gonna not have those rhinestones there for the moment. I am going to take my Gem-Tac. unscrew the top. Now, if you just bought this, you'll have to actually open the top. I've already done that. I like to just kind of make sure the glue is coming out and flowing before I put it on my garment. Now, if you don't have the glue flowing, you can stick a pin in that hole and just get out any dried or goopy glue that might be stuck there, and then it should flow out. So I like to just make sure it's doing that before I go to my garment. Okay, so now I'm getting little dabs of glue, very good. So I'm gonna place little dabs where I wanted to put those rhinestones. And then I'm going to pick up the rhinestone with the tweezers and set it down on that dab of glue. And that's really the technique. You have to then let it dry and repeat also for however many hundreds to thousands of rhinestones you want to put on your project. Okay, so I'm going to apply a couple to this side of the corset. I'm going to put a dab here of my glue, and then another one. Let's see, I think I want it about up here. Then I'm going to take, with my little tweezers, a rhinestone, stick it right on that dab of glue, and then another rhinestone on that other dab of glue. And then I'm going to repeat for what seems like ages and many rhinestones. So I'm going to go ahead and keep rhinestoning, and you guys can kind of hang out with me. I think I'll just put some music to this and do a little time lapse. I'll show you a couple more in real time so you can just see kind of how I'm doing the method again. And then we'll just speed up and we'll hang out together till I have this thing rhinestoned. So I'm just gonna apply little dabs, and I don't always pre-stick the rhinestones on there. Like I'm thinking, oh, I definitely want one there. Like I think I want one over here. You know, here I definitely need one. So you can stick the glue on first if you feel confident, or you can try the rhinestones out first to see if you like those spots, and then remove them and add the glue. So I am picking up my rhinestones and setting them on my glue dots. The most annoying thing probably is when the rhinestones like turn over. So sometimes I just kind of like pick them up and drop them again, and a bunch of them will go right side up that way. And if that fails, you can of course grab them individually and fix them. So we're getting somewhere. We've got a few rhinestones. The main rule with rhinestones is that if you think you have enough, you probably need more. You would be surprised how many rhinestones are on things. Like sometimes you think like, oh, that's not very many, but it actually is like a lot of rhinestones. So it takes quite a few to really get the exact sparkle that you want, and it's totally worth it. A+ would rhinestone again. In fact, I do rhinestone again and again all the time, so clearly I like it. And I think what I'm going to do with this is do a bunch of red ones first, and then come back in with some black ones. And then after I do the SS30s, I'm going to come in with some SS20s and fill in some of the spaces I think need smaller rhinestones. So at this point, I'm getting a nice sparkle rhinestone effect going. I think you can kind of see as I pick it up how it reflects the light. And at this point, what I want to do is actually start filling in with some of the SS20 rhinestones. So that way I can go ahead and start giving it some more dimension. So basically the way rhinestone sizes work is that the higher the number, the larger the rhinestone. So the ones I applied are SS30 and the ones I'm about to apply are SS20. They also go larger than 30, like you can get SS40, and you can get a lot of sizes in between too, like 16, 18, 24, you know, many sizes available. So I'm just gonna find some spots where I think it would look nice to put a smaller rhinestone in there. And just start applying some of those. Now a note on this glue, Gem-Tac, is that it does dry clear. So even though it looks white right now when it's on the garment, after it dries it will be clear, so it will not be visible, and that is really nice. And then I do also have some SS10 rhinestones, but they're really little. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use them. We'll see. So I'm just applying these the same exact way, adding a little sparkle, and we're gonna go ahead and keep time-lapsing so you can keep hanging out with me. So I totally decided that I do like those SS10s, and I think it really gives it just a little bit more dimension to have that third and much smaller size in there. So I am going to continue applying SS10s as well. And I'm just going to rhinestone until I feel content with the way this looks. Do you have a project in mind that you're gonna add rhinestones to? Let me know in the comments what your project is. How are you gonna make it sparkle? And once again, all the tools and the Gem-Tac glue that I used, I am linking that in the description for you. So if you'd like to go and grab it, it's right there. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything else I post here. You can find me on the social medias as Daisy Viktoria. My website is daisyviktoria.com. And if you would like to help support the ongoing creation of content and inspirational things for you, as well as tips and tricks, you can head over to my Patreon, and I would love to have you there as well. I hope you guys have a very sparkling, magical day, and I will see you again really soon. Bye-bye.